What's up, y'all? It is October 21st, and it's not raining in October today, but we do have a strong 20-mile-an-hour, I would say, basically a west wind, and it's blowing straight out of my thicket back this direction. And I haven't been in here all year. We haven't really spent any time. My dad had a camera on a road bed down here for a while, and he's got 3 nice bucks on camera. Nothing like religiously, but deer passing through pretty frequently. And I'm gonna go get in my little short tree. It's only about 12 foot off the ground, and every year I say I'm gonna hang a lock on in there, and I never do. But this year I'm gonna go in there and shimmy up, and I'm not gonna be real picky. I killed a nice buck the other day, and to be honest, with Longbow, I'd be just as tickled with a 4-point as I would a 15-inch 8-point. I just want to have a good hunt, make execute a good shot, and hopefully put some meat in the freezer. But more than anything, I hope my dad has a good hunt. He's been after a couple nice bucks back there at the back, and he's had a couple close encounters and just can't quite get it done. But hopefully tonight he gets it done with his bow, and we'll get to spend the time together to track him and load him up in the truck. But this wind's gonna hide my sound a little bit. It's gonna keep my scent down from where I think the deer will come from, and hopefully we can have a good hunt. I think I'll see deer. I feel pretty confident. I don't know that I've ever been in here and not seen deer, but I think it's about 3:45 or so, and I'm gonna ease in here and see what's up. It's a beautiful afternoon. It's a little warm, sunny. I'm not a fan of the bright blue skies and bright orange sun, but when it's October 21st and you got a strong wind in one direction, you put it in your face, and the bucks are gonna be chasing does. So stay tuned. We'll see what goes down. It should be a good evening. That right there is about as fresh as it gets. I mean, the dirt that he's kicked up isn't even dry yet. Nice rub right there on a ironwood tree. My dad's got a tomcat stand hung right there on that tree behind that pin oak, and I probably should be in it this evening, but I gotta be difficult and do the hard way. Nobody's even hunted this place yet, but I'm the one that's gotta go in there and punch in a thicket. I don't know why. What's up, y'all? I just got in my tree. I'm trying to save some GoPro battery, but I just got climbed up, probably the smoothest I've ever been up in here. I'm only about, I might be 14 feet. Over here behind me is like or in front of me is a big creek bottom thicket, bunch of just kind of swamp grass. It's got some button bushes, and it runs up to a big pine hill over there on the back that doesn't, it's on some other land, but they don't access it. It's thick up there. There's hardwoods on the left side of it, and the wind just switched, blowing right back in there, dadgummit. But Every year the bucks stage up in here chasing does. There's a big field behind me. There was 5 or 6 good scrapes on the way in. So I think we're gonna be sitting pretty. I think we'll see a deer. I don't know what I'm gonna shoot. I haven't made my mind up. I think it's just gonna have to, the process, the way the hunt plays out, it's gonna have to play a role into how I feel about shooting anything. I'd like a healthy 6-point something, nothing massive. Probably gonna let a 80-pound spike or 100-pound spike go, but if history repeats itself, I usually start seeing deer in here real early, like 4:15, 4:30. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens. It's a beautiful evening. Got a pin oak back here behind me dropping. I've never seen it drop. The crossings had fresh tracks in it after the rain. It just rained like crazy yesterday. And the blue jays were hollering in the thicket a little bit ago, which is it's about 120 yards up there to the base of that pine hill. So I'm not sweating. The wind's blowing. It's cool. It's fall. Man, I'm pumped. I just hope my dad gets on the deer this evening. That'd be the icing on the cake. I don't care what I do. Stay tuned. We'll see what happens. It's a beautiful evening. The blue jays are going nuts up there at the base of that pine hill. Wind's blowing good. They were hollering when I walked in here and first got set up, but they just got started again. I bet there's a buck over there with a doe. In my experience, blue jays don't mess with does a whole lot. But they'll give a buck a fit. Man, it's pretty today. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. I'm just sitting here. I mean, if I don't see a deer, I'm going to be highly surprised, but there's always that chance, but I don't care. It's beautiful this afternoon. I'm going to give it 20 or 30 more minutes, then I'm going to blow the grunt tube a little bit and see if I can get something stirred up. They usually respond pretty well in here because it's tight and thick, and this is where these deer live in here, and I don't think I bumped anything coming in, which is good, so we're going to see. Blow the grunt tube a little bit. This old Haydel's, I think it's a DG87. Yeah, DG87. I don't know if you can see that. But when I was a kid, this grunt tube always stayed in my dad's pack, and I always wanted one. And my uncle passed away last December, and he had 2 of them. And my dad got 2 of his and passed this one on down to me. So it's got a split. It's got a split housing in it, but it makes pretty good noise to me. I like the way it sounds. I guess DG87 might have been deer grunt from 87 or something. That's what I always thought it meant, but I'm going to blow the grunt tube a little bit and see if we can't get something stirred up. It's kind of loud in here with the road probably 500 yards from me. It don't sound like it's traveling that far right now. They got better hearing than I do. I don't know. I'm surprised I haven't seen a deer yet. I don't know if you can hear me in this, but I think I just heard a buck grunt. I had a deer come in over to my right, and I saw him coming. I could tell it was a little buck, and I was getting ready to probably make a shot on it if he came in here. And he got out there about 60 yards, and right behind me I heard that click, 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 like it's like the little clicking sound a buck makes chasing a doe. Just very subtle, like if you were 40 yards from it, you wouldn't hear it. And another little spike chased the doe right behind me. He stood right here at 5 yards. And I think he would have busted me if I tried to draw on him, but I let him go. And I just watched him go out across the creek and out in the middle of the field. That field's thick as snot, so they're probably gonna go out there and feed around. But she might have been a little stinky. There'll probably be another buck coming here, but that spike that I saw first, he was one horn spike. He cruised right in front of me, never paid them any attention. They just stood there and watched him walk by. So it's still early. Beautiful evening, man. This is awesome. Blue jays are hollering out there in that field too. I don't know what they're up to, but they were hollering before those deer ever made it out there, so could be some more deer behind us. There's a bunch of scrapes in that field. Ah. 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 Was about that far too far back. That buck went to a scrape over there where that spike did earlier. And I just reached down, grabbed my grunt tube, picked it up, grunted, and he turned on a dime. He scratched the ground one time at the screen and then straight lined it right to me. I don't know if I got the shot on this camera or not, but he was moving pretty good clip, and I bleated at him at 8 yards, and I hit the sucker 4 inches too far back. The arrow went through the ribs for sure, but I think it's just too far back. And I watched him go. I watched him go 50 yards. And he stopped and he flicked his tail. He's liver gut shot. I mean, it's plain as day. That sucker is rank. When he walked through here, the tarsal gland smell was insane. That's the second big buck I've killed. I gotta recover that one, but he's gonna die, there's no question. I shot him with a Simmons, I think it's a tiger shark. I can't remember the names of them. Tree shark or something. Not the widest one, not the smallest one. It's a 190 grainer. Arrow flew just like a dart. He might have been quartering to ever so slightly, and I hit him about 4 ribs in from the back, and it came out probably 6 inches up from the bottom on the other side. I was really hoping my dad would get a crack, but it's not dark. It's not dark yet, hopefully. Hopefully he'll get a crack at one. It's kind of bittersweet. He can't get around as like he used to, can't hunt government land and hunt like he wants to. But I enjoy coming with him, and I come up here and I'm the one that shoots the big deer. Should have shot the darn spike to begin with and just got down, but I know he'll be tickled for me. I don't know if that deer bedded over there or not, but crazy. I mean, this place every year, October, they come in here, there's a buck in here chasing does or cruising. They bed on that pine hill, and there's a scrape over there. They always work. And every single one of them funnels right within 20 yards of this tree, and I'm not. I think the tree grew a lot. I feel like I'm higher than I've ever been in this tree. Mainframe 8-point right there. I don't think he's but about 15 inches wide, but he's got 8 or 10 inch G2s. I'm gonna shut this thing off and just listen for a little while and soak up the rest of the evening. I can't believe that. It's been about 30 minutes or more since I shot, and I just heard a deer crash. I don't know if you can see my hand in this video, but the deer I last saw him was over there. I just heard the crash over here. It's like back this way, so he kind of went that way. I don't know if it was him, but it sounded awful crash-like. So now I gotta figure out which way I'm gonna go to get out of here. Because that's the way I gotta go to get out. I'll probably just climb down, pack my stuff up, and slip out the back side of here where I know he's not. And just go out through the field. But I went back and watched the footage, and I actually did get the deer on camera where the arrow went through him. His head was kind of out of frame, but his body, you can see the arrow go in him. So I just hit him 4 inches too far back, but it happens. But I got the right common sense, and I got patience. So I'm gonna do everything I can to recover him efficiently. So it's been about 2.5 hours, and we're gonna ease back in here and see if we can't find him without having to go get Spud. I think we reviewed the footage. I think he's hit about, I don't know, 7-8 inches behind the front shoulder at a slight 1/4-2 angle at 8 yards, and I hit him about the middle of the body, vertical. And you can see blood on him whenever he ran off, but I think he stopped for about 7 or 8 minutes and kind of disappeared, and then about 35 minutes later I heard a crash. So not sure if he's down or not, but we're gonna go in here. We got a pistol with us in case he's laying in a bed, and if we have to shoot him again, we will, but hopefully he's toast where I heard that last bit of noise. So we're gonna find out soon. He's done. Look at the slugs on it already. I don't like the looks of it.
It's kind of gutty.
Oh, it's good.
There's a lot of blood on it, though.
I mean, it come out the guts, no doubt.
It might have wiped a lot of that blood off coming out the gut. Because there's a bunch of blood on it.
That blood right here.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
It's on that leaf right there.
Come on, buddy. I say, come on, buddy. There's blood right there.
Yeah.
Blood there. Blood right here. Yeah. That's where he stood. That blood going that way.
I guarantee he's in that creek.
I don't know. I think he was on land when he...
What you might have heard clacking his hooves, he's getting some kicking.
I would say he stayed straight right there, but I'm not positive.
Well, I ain't either.
That's right here. We got blood right here.
Yeah, right there.
Blood. Good job. Blood. Probably up under there. I got blood up there.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes peeled up ahead, okay? He might not be dead. Blood right here. He went down right here. That's the tree I heard him hit. I got blood right here.
I was right there.
Yeah. Now he come down this path.
Yeah, so he come down the one you want.
Yeah. All right. Whatever he does at this creek right here,
That's the old intake for the duck marsh.
he's probably in the duck marsh.
He could be.
If he crosses that road, I'm backing out.
Yeah, he's right there.
That's what I heard him crash into. He went right up the intake.
Probably good.
Yeah.
He knew where it was at, too.
Yep, that blood right there.
Blood in this rock right here.
Yep.
Well, you know what?
What?
We find him over here, got dragged across that creek.
No, I'm just kind of perturbed.
I'm not sure. He'd probably go up through there, wouldn't you?
I would say so. That's what I heard him hit, though, was that tree.
Rattle.
He stumbled all in that tree. No, it was louder. It was more than just rattle at one time. Yeah, the fields are right there.
Yeah, that's the corner field.
Yeah.
I know where I'm at, because it's locked. It used to flood. That's the gap where the tomcats at on that
I'll
pipe.
tell you what, just let's go look in this creek. I don't see any blood up here. I thought I'd seen blood come up here.
If you're gonna do that, I'm gonna get up on this bank.
Well, I don't want to stir any scent up here, because it's going to be crucial for Spud to be able to pick him up across this creek if he's not in this creek. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to spread. I don't think he's dead right here, I'll be honest.
Well, if you want to, we go get in the truck, go get Spud and quit screwing around.
I'm going to go right down here and put my air in the creek.
Well, we can find this game.
Well, I don't want to drag this any more than what I have already drug it. Let me look real quick. Hold on. Smell that old bloody air? Look right there. Ooh. Old bloody air, boy. We're going to go get him. You going to go find him for me? Yeah, that's what we're going to get. So we backed out, deer crossed the creek, and I don't know if this thing's right set up or not, but Spud's getting my nose full real quick. Deer crossed the creek, and that's where I heard the deer crash. And we backed out once we kind of got a direction past the creek. He crossed the creek and started angling back to the right. So we know which way he's going, and we're going to back out and get Spud and go back in there and see if we can't find him. It's going to be about 5.5, 6 hours after the shot when we get back. So hopefully we can find him dead. So we're headed back in with Spud right now. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. And hopefully we can put him on it. We got to walk right by where we lost blood. So he may actually get on the track there. But we'll see. We'll see what he does. I'm hoping that I can take him back to first blood so he don't get confused. But I want to run it backtrack. But we're about to be there. So just hold tight. Hopefully we can have a buck on the ground here soon. Moment of truth. He got on the track pretty quick. I didn't even have to. This is where the deer was standing when I shot him. I was sitting in that tree right over there. One of those, I don't know if you can see that tree back there. He run that way. Spud's on him, I guess. So we're going to see what old Speedy will do. Hopefully he'll get on him and find him quick. So right here's where we lost it. I'm pretty sure I was sitting right over there, and I heard this deer hit this tree or right in here because I heard him crash. And the deer went up that little cut over there. I got 1 drop of blood on the other side. And hopefully Spud will get him ironed out from here, because right here's where we lost him. And from here we don't really know which direction he went, other than I had 1 drop of blood right up here. Had a little smear of blood right through this little trail. Right up through there. Last blood I had. I think we got a dead one. I'm just looking at his bark. It sounds like a dead deer. He's biting him. Yeah. He didn't go 30, 45 yards past where we lost blood. Yeah. Speeder, did you find my deer, boy? Did you find my deer? You got him, Peter? Mine, yeah, boy. That's what I'm talking about, Beatty. That's what I'm talking about, Buddy-roo. Oh, man. Oh, my boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deer. I see deer on that camera.
Get him, boy. Give me a shake. Shake him up. That's my boy. That's my puppy. Good boy.
That's a good deer. That's a big deer. Just like I said.
Hey, quit that. Don't tear my deer up, boy.
Man. He was, Spud didn't come up the trail where the blood was at. He come up around the head and crosswinded him in here. This deer just stayed straight down the creek. He was dead before we left the woods.
Yep.
Man.
I told you look bigger in person than you did.
Yeah, that's a big deer.
Picture.
That's my biggest longbow deer.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think he was that big when I shot him. I'll say that much. You wanna go get the truck?
Congratulations.
Thank you. You wanna go get the truck, or I'll go get the truck, bring it down here? I'll get a couple pictures of Spud with him.
Speak to him. Get him. Get him.
I might have to get that deer mounted too. What would you do? I'd probably mount him.
I mean, I ain't gonna kill too many like that with a longbow.
Probably not.
Let's grab a couple pictures. It's late.
Yeah, I know.
Look right there. I think it was a good one, but I think it was a good one. Right here. No. Spud, stay. Right there. Stay.
B.